Hey everybody, how you doing? I get on early. When I can, we'll go through 11 o'clock, catch anybody who shows up, if anybody does. When you start a new account on YouTube, they're not going to show long videos. So these might just be around later. I don't know. I don't have much room to make any short ones. You're right, we're chopping trees. Pretty low level again. Anyway. Need to remember to look up a Steam key and get it to Discord. Because perhaps Osgood knows someone who would give PAX DEI a try if they could do it for free. Might lead to years of enjoyment, so it's worth it. I have 6 Steam keys. I was given one with each account, and I did give one away. To a person I don't think plays any longer. They're basically bought by, brought to PAX DEI by a friend who thought that if they played, they would enjoy it. And they might have, but the friend themselves didn't enjoy it. Well, actually, I'm not sure if that was it. I mentioned it before. They had gotten them from the, well, I think, from an active, an interactable map. Yeah, Leroy, I'm yawning. From an interactable map, like the hidden gaming lair. They had gotten locations for items. Meadowsweet at the time. Well, Meadowsweet was all around, but by the time I ran into them, they were already, they said, well, I have this list and I couldn't find it once. Well, I gave him a stack. And then unfortunately, one of the other people who, they moved to another server, so it's not really unfortunate. But their place disappeared, and there was the Meadowsweet, one of them that the player was looking for, but they'd already quit. They felt that they couldn't follow a map to find the things they wanted. That was it. Like, wow, that's it? Oh well. What can you do? Now you might have seen me before. G for play. Now it's EPIOUSIOS. There's another guy, Daniel, who has EPIOUSIOS. He wants to get money for his family. That's a different way of doing it. I don't know if you're... I don't want to be offensive. Not into offending people. But I don't raise money. I praise the Lord Jesus Christ. Who do you say Jesus Christ is? That's where we pretty much come and go. Some bad guys up there. I want to pretty much lay it in every time. What would you have Christ get you doing? What kind of activities would you like to be caught doing? I'll be getting a bunch of stone up here, distributing it between Garrett and I. Do I still have a badger? No, some things have changed. These guys can see you to a certain extent, but not totally. Now the stones have moved around. Not these, not going for these yet. Will soon. Need a little bit more room to start pounding rock. How long have you played PAX Day? Or have you played it at all? This new world coming back? Is Crimson Desert going to suddenly become an MMO? Have you thought you might just play co-op games? If you have friends that want to join you, or you've met people, maybe not friends yet, who want to join you. That's what co-ops depend on, really. You rent a server. Or sometimes they provide them initially, or longer. It's a good idea. Really, if you have friends that you want to share a game with. And they're like, yeah, we just want a place to play. We know each other, we can have fun. So why don't people? Well, they kind of are. There's many options out there. So many options as far as games. Shoot, all the games we used to play back in the early 2000s. It was Warhammer 3. What about the other ones before it? I know. There's many things like that. There are many games that Diablo 2, I remember Diablo 1, but even Diablo 2 took out. People never even heard of them. Back then it was Fallout 2 Tactics. Fallout 1 was just before. Sometimes I wonder what's going on outside. I'm out there a lot. Neighbors. Neighbors saying things, doing things. We have a lot of active neighbors. It's nice finding a place where plenty of trees around. And some of the larger ones for when I'm hacking at those. What is it there? Maybe that was a penny loafer. No zoning laws. People building their stone double wides right next to some of people's finest work. Yes, you can build a nice little cottage, a nice little place, gather all the stuff, work very hard, put things in place, and someone will build a big pile of junk right next to you, and they won't care. In fact, they'll berate you for caring. Any game. And it happens here. But here you build stuff. Most other games, you just run into people wherever they are. And then they move on. No big deal. It's like, yeah, some stones back here. Dolabon's a little bit different than it used to be. Not quite the same. Oh, there's a young boar stuck up there now. He wasn't there before. My memory. They changed the buckets, so to speak, where the boars go. It's their own language. Need to get on bronze axes soon. I did check on Discord. Oh, and by the way, whenever Flo catches this, thanks for the video on the Discord overlay. I was starting to discover that. And so your video, I just noticed it. I was like, ah, well, good. It's pretty simple. The overlay. But the video probably should help me learn some things that are not intuitive. Because it's just right there before you. So knowing some things before I start could be very helpful. Now earlier I streamed live on Discord just to see how that would roll. Did very well. Oh. Oh, if you don't yawn fully, you keep on yawning. Now, like I said before, except for Wednesdays and Sundays, I'll do my best to be on at 3 p.m. Not 3 in the morning, not unless I happen to be up late. Or there's a bunch of people I could run into at 3 in the morning, then maybe. I mean, there's not a problem. Just gotta balance it. I have a lot to do. I'm moving forward. Catching a couple friends in game who are ahead of me. Because I've been doing all these videos and trying to show off how to start PAX Day and all that stuff, but that's over. Almost full. What a grand moment. Plenty of trees. Chopping down trees is no fun when you don't have enough trees. I'll tell you that much. Come a long way in gaming for a simulator to look like this. Yes, I pick up the same rock over and over. It keeps on reappearing, you might as well. Penny loafer. Obviously very dismayed with how PAX Day is. They acted clueless, but I really hardly think they were clueless. In fact, when people act coy like that, it's kind of strange. You know, who am I? Who am I supposed to be? Mainframe never told you to be anybody. Yourself. I'm going to keep saying that. Who are you supposed to be in PAX Day? Yourself. I mean, if being yourself is a problem, well, PAX Day might not be the game for you, but I still insist it is. We can disambiguate the whole matter. It's not a big deal. PAX Day has a lot of room for a lot of things. Already, you can see I'm carrying a bunch of tools around. You don't have to. You really don't have to. Here's some stone. We'll be running up some bronze. Some copper over here. Gotta locate some tin around the area. There's some up the hill, I believe. Well, there's lots of boars too. You gotta be ready for that. So what's the point? Well, PAX DEI is a simulator, not an arcade. So that's the first point. There's nothing made by the developer except the land, and you have the baddies, which are scattered across our land for us to engage. Like any game, you get first level baddies. They're right up the hill. Catnap can't really take them right now. Excuse me. But you'll have to, you know, hunting skills and other things. Let's get out of here. Hunting skills and other things help as you work your way toward those guys. As soon as you're about to hit level 10 in your bronze sword and shield, and hopefully in some good leathers, but better so to have armor. And the first bronze armor isn't much of a challenge at all. In fact, it'll be your main armor for quite a while. I pay attention to cats. One of the reasons Osgold is getting a Steam key. I have 7. If you, over time, gather the names of all 7 of the cats, I'll get you a Steam key. They're going to expire if I don't. I gotta be fair. And then you can get PAX DEI for free. And if you like PAX DEI and learn how to play for free, oh, excuse me, it's been a long day. Then you'll never pay. And you can claim to have paid PAX DEI. And when PAX DEI shuts down because nobody pays for it, cheers. No, you don't have to play free. If you haven't seen it before, I got these 2 pieces of land. Yeah, it's 2 that happen to be stretched across the road here. It's not very common enough to find a across the road section. They're fun. Be responsible, don't block the path. Bunnies. The bunnies have really come up in detail. It's amazing. I'm amazed over bunnies, but it's amazing. Oh my goodness, how much on the camera? Now, hopefully, during this spell, if anybody gets on my channel and does something to it, that I don't know what they did. Oh well. We'll see what an appeal reveals, but I doubt if anything. But yeah, I had over nearly creeping up to 400 videos. About an hour average apiece. That's what I did in PAX DEI. Did through a little bit in verse 1 when I first started recording. I rebuilt my computer during verse 2. So I didn't play that verse, but then I got into verse 2 right before verse 3. And these are upgrades, major upgrades that were planned in the phasing before full release, up to verse 4, and then with full release verse 5. Plots were free before that. You got 4 for purchasing a founder plan. And so for months, you got to play for free. Months. Oh my goodness, I'm down to 1 cat at 10:30 at night. That's amazing. One must come inside. I live in Alaska. It's very bright up here. Right now the sun just went down. 10:30. A little while ago, but it's still bright. Yeah, who are you in PAX DEI? It used to be, what is there to do? One thing Penny Loafer mentioned was there's no lore. The lore's on the webpage. No, it's not available in PAX DEI to read. They did a lot of work on it. There's a lot of work done on the story. PAX DEI, I think, made a mistake, though. They labeled a lot of the provinces and everything after old pagan names. Does it really matter? Well, depends on where your heart is. So why didn't PAX DEI succeed? Well, it's not a cartoon. It doesn't turn you into a hero very quick at all. You don't have anybody asking you to go save 10 of this or collect 20 of that. You don't have that. The recipes, if you want to make them, though you really have to. In order to progress, you're hard-pressed to not make one of everything. And why not? That's not a problem. Some people make chests full of the same things. And I'm not sure how well that's doing anymore. Because I never did it. But they did make adjustments to how crafting worked. Because you don't run around so much. But those adjustments were important. Did they, there it is. And I hope they didn't ruin it for people who had, I guess, found a way to manage. It's really bad to call it a coping mechanism. Because people aren't coping if they just don't understand what's happening. The crafting system worked very well. It got you all the way through. all the levels. You didn't have to make a chest of anything. Some arguments were it's the most efficient way. That's not true either. You know, when you have a loophole, okay, so maybe spears, or they have these shoulder pads, whatever they're called. They're making cases of those. And they take very little materials. But compared to grinding out other things, I reason they gave you a higher average experience. So that's why people chose them. Like earlier with Mortitwai, just the episode before this, I was making iron bar at easy. And saw a wrought iron bar, but I saw a wrought iron plate on moderate, which is a higher level. And so, knowing that I'd need some iron plate, I just, chanced at that higher level. You can chance a lot of failure. You'll get more. But it can be a bummer. It can be. Leroy. Guys are horrible. Just waiting for one more cat. Then they're in. Keep the guts inside. But the big deal with all this noise is, what do you want? What do you really want? If you want to reach the top, yeah, now I could do anything. And there you'll be. You'll have your reward. You'll be able to do everything. There's dungeon runs. Dueling just took place. No, you can't get experience doing it. But you can challenge friends. Work on your skills. These skills might not be so necessary in a dungeon, though helpful, where you will get experience. But for the people battling over the Mornwood trees in Lioness, Lioness is our PvP area. Just in case you didn't know, there's no other place for PvP unless you've been challenged or challenged someone to a duel. Quarter till. Yes, I scheduled 11, but I started up early. It's just simply that. As far as I can, I'll be on when I promised to, because that's my intention. If you have any questions about the game, I've only got probably about 3,000 hours now. Over 7 different accounts. Well, your characters look very basic. Yes, I haven't been that far. With 7 accounts, you slowly grind up characters. The point was the changes, the patches, the adjustments. If you're not in the beginning ranges of crafting, you can't see what it's like. Now, once the stream is down, you're not going to see it until it's done processing. So, carrying forward, well, if he's going to be on, it seems that he would like to be on. (11 a.m. or p.m.), 7 a.m. and p.m., and 3 o'clock on all days, but Wednesday and Sunday. Now we'll just match every day of my life. No. But those are the opportunities. Now while I do play beyond those hours, I mainly just want to get on and stream so I could run into people who also play with me. You can become one of those. I can play with you. It's not like you join my clan or we run around as a crew, unless that's what it ends up. Because there's a lot of point to joining up with people. Getting a few people, you can get a shrine out in Lioness. That kind of becomes a little a vacuum of existence, but it's a busy one. All those who go to Lioness, they come back here just as much. Oh, you can't get me. You aren't SM Art. Yes, yes. Hopefully I didn't pick up any fiber. But no, as the EPIOUSIOS go by, will there be 3 a day? Well, it depends. It depends on if I'm playing the hour before and the hour after the time. Why an hour before? Because jumping right in. A little bit difficult to get started on what would be a narrative. I do keep up with Discord, read through what people say, painful as it can be. Many times it's not painful at all, but mostly it is. The odd pieces. I'll go back to that. Those semi-precious stones. Not so important. You'll see some places where you'll need a couple. That's about it. One thing to note, silver ore. You'll need that. No, I don't need this. There are certain things, man. You learn what to throw away. Sand and stuff like that. These are going back down Garatina. Now, you become stuck, and everybody will complain about this. You'll be stuck. When it comes to storage, how much space you have. Better check where my Petra Man is. Now, I play a lot of different areas. Wherever you come into play, and I didn't know, well, it had been a feature of the past, it's just I never had a need to use it. When you go to your Petra May, you can choose another. You go here and you're like, I don't want to live here anymore. You see the halo around it. That means it's yours. So, if you found friends and were like, wow, I'd rather be over here. Very simple stuff, happens all the time. I'd rather be where my friends are, or these new people I met that do interesting things. They're not your friends, they're just people you've met. They might be the first people you've met. You know, there's all sorts of cool stuff like that. But they might not be where you are. Or you might find a place you just plain much rather live. There's some pigs over the hill. They come for you. Where'd you go? There he is. Not 3. Oh, good. Try to avoid them getting a free shot. Get that timing right. No, 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 no. The combat is not magnificent. You know, people can say that over and over again. Where are you, turkeys? I do like how things are not the same in the woods. It's really sweet. Speaking of sweet, this is a nice spot in here. I'm reconsidering. I built a bridge across this water when we kicked off. But not many people built in the area at that time, and then we took a week off before full release. Well, excuse me, mainframe took a week off. We just did what we normally do while not playing a video game. Oh, it's trickier than that. But I was over here. It's very nice. Well, why aren't you back here? Well, there's other people here now. Why don't you move close to people? It's not always the easiest thing. It was peculiar how much the boars moved around. It's all flint. Don't necessarily need flint. Not at the moment. Flint arrows, some other items. It's good to have a couple stacks. Or you will suddenly just run out. There's a certain amount of rock. Try to make sure I found it. Could have. This is actually a bit different than it was before. Yes, they make stuff up. Not too big a deal. X drops things in bushes. It's amazing. I built the whole bridge pivoted on this hawthorn sapling. If you haven't seen a picture of it, it's kind of cool. I didn't get totally far. Only got steps. The penitentiary. No, we don't have anything going on underwater yet. I have a ladder over here. They did a good job under the water. Didn't leave things floating. That's nice. Alright. We don't lock these down here. Well, prison. I guess. Well, it does. It looks kind of like a prison. Or a palace. But it is a ginormous place. That's what some people do. See what's it like inside. I'll be such a prude. There you go. Place to go, things to see. Alright. Crafts. I'll have to check it out later. The door's closed. Mysterious wind power. I think there's a door on one side. There may very well be one on the other. There you go. Alright, Twist Place used to be right over there. The bridge coming all the way across. But they stopped us going over the water before the full release. The water, perhaps in pre-alpha, because I do not remember the case in verse 1. It moved. You could splash in it. But verse 1, verse 2 and on, it was gone. If it was there at all, it was quickly gone. Performance issues. Some AAA games, I mean, they just love their water. In fact, Red Dead Redemption thought, believed, observed Crimson Desert's water as superior to what they had accomplished. Not so bad. Not so bad at all. I'll pick up flax on the way there. Oh, all you boars. They said it's only one at a time. Boars. You get a lot of products from boars that you might see, well, I don't have any use for this. It's too much. I mean, it's just too darn much. You'll need it. Oh dear, they lost the plot. I believe. Yeah. The plot dropped off. Some folks have built a lot of stuff, and you do wonder if they're very active. Well, they had to be pretty darn active to make all this. Tell you that much. You know? Tell you that much. Doesn't just appear by itself. Rows of flowers, that's nice. Nice, huh? It's like there's no one else to see it. This little section. Once you get into the buildings, you might notice a little bit of jitter. But really, these are all people built. Paxian built. I know, such limited pieces. No, you can make a lot of variety. Well, we're at the proper time now. If you see me schedule my streams and you tune in, now feel free to say hi. Really. Nice, we have our silos with the bush. Huge places. Places under assembly. People figuring out what they can do. Is there a wrong way? No. I'll tell you. There are some people who build stuff next to their neighbors that, well, it can't be good. Now you might notice a lack of connectivity by road. You can follow the roads. You're not going to find any resources. Well, you will. You can see stuff from the roads. Dandelion extract. You want to pick it up, but there. One dandelion, you've learned the extract. Do you know what the extract is for? No. You'll know in a while. I think they mostly just give you a little piece of poetry. You end up making everything once. It's really the only way to do it. Big Coliseum. There's a few plots. There's a lot of structure, a lot of construction. Then they got to go out and get more stuff. There you go. Nice, eh? People have big ideas. They're good ones. Give furnaces a pretty nice wrap, huh? Ah. Like the mortar's showing. It's interesting. It's the same both places. People have noted it. Oh wow, there's a skin trade. Well, not there, but there. You think they have enough tanning racks? That's pretty amazing, don't you think? Huh? There you go. Now one thing very nice about all these ideas, river walks, if they've done it. They don't always do it. Have a walk that goes around. Many people have made it pretty convenient to get around their homes. It's cool. It is a sacrifice of space, but it's also useful to them also. Can I say? Letting light in. It's pretty wild. No, not all perfect, but pretty spectacular. Oh, it's just a bunch of stuff. No, that's really good lighting there. Nice quality. It's fun. I haven't seen a floor like that, but there are ones, different types. People make objects, sculptures. Yeah. Yeah, some places look like they need a little bit of adjustment, you know. Some are pretty dang busy. The Banished Knights. Oh, this is Kim B. Gaming's areas. Or, I think. Maybe not. Yeah. Now these might be right on the edge of a plot. You can't squeeze much more in there. Whether it be steps or something else. And everything would have to be adjusted for this person. I don't think they're into adjusting much. I built, I had 28 plots with all the guys, and so, I built bridges. That's why I got that many plots. Because that's what it took to get across the lake in Lavdan. Lavda. That's what it took to get across it. In 2 different places. Why did I do that? Well, people were moving to Tolosa from what would quickly become Bulbous today. But they're moving long distances. Truly long distances. And building the bridge across the lake cut their travel time, significantly. We could talk, 20 minutes. Well, because you drown. Yes, you could carry enough food with you and have enough stamina and still not make it across a river back then. It was a real pain. You'd die on a river so easy. Getting out of the water was always a risk. And so I could get really old. Very old. Cookie, is that you? You just woke up, didn't you? It is late, Cookie. You're not going out. Ah, the young cats. Young cat. They get tired, they sleep. But it's too late now for them to go out. They'll stay out all night, and I won't get any sleep. I do this once in a while. It's almost useful. I'm up and over here. Ambient occlusion. How do you say it? People say knees. I say nice. I'm not sure how to say it. But it's one of the always look for things, that's for certain. This is not made out of gneiss. Have to be granite and all for that. That's coming up, I believe. Maybe your stonework gets finer. I don't know. I'll be finding out. You see, I paid so many hours in PAX DEI, but I purposely did in advance. I spent my time going through the basics, like I said. So the whole adventure might as well use it up. Now there is a couple things worthy of note. I'm only Cat app's not going to have any plots. I will work my way up to some grace, but really no. It won't be much more than that. One grace plot. Garrett's going to be the one who holds all the plots. Why? It's just easier. Let's see if she has some storage made up. Gotta fill that space. Ooh, excuse me. Yes, tired? Sure. I play PAX DEI when I'm tired. It's often the end of the day. When I first started enjoying what PAX DEI was, you know, beautiful, gorgeous. Nope, no list of things to do. No list of things to do. Not really. It's different. Gotta solve that. Of course, what I need is in that container. But we are doing donations here. Garrett's going to be going through this stuff pretty seriously. Might as well put that there. These are coming up my way. But yeah, I'm actually Cookie, it's bedtime, kiddo. I am a little bit confused about Penny Loafer, is that the name? They're their take on PAX Day. And they didn't really have any break. They had a complete misunderstanding of what's going on, which is strange for a person who I watched, well, just because they came up because I watched them before. They had another video where they were very much all about, I guess, finally playing Elder Scrolls and doing stuff. I don't know, maybe people like to watch them complain. You're gonna find I do not really have any complaints about mainframe. I don't. I'm just fine. It's absolutely fine. Is it all? No. Someone did put a block out there, but it's part of that major function. We'll check that out later. Ooh, it's all going red now. We'll see if that disappears. Well, you never know. It's going to go back into a redeeming queue. Except what you see outside those, outside the circles in the extended areas. I'll have some problems with that, maybe. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to have to move the plots around to get them to fit what I'm doing better. I mean, I don't need excess. I was just happy to find it crossing the road. Alright. After 11, I haven't seen any of you guys show up. So as YouTube perhaps actually lets people see my videos, we'll see. If you wonder why I'm still going, even though I'm doing something here, even though, here it goes. After all that effort, getting shut down and going forward, I don't know. It's not really a problem. The way YouTube works, it's not a problem. In fact, if people do find me, I had 97 subscribers before, but I only had 7 people who watched me. So if I got those 7 people back, so to speak, I mean, because I enjoyed their company, but I would have the same, nearly the same stats as I had, well, after, well, over a year, I guess, nearly a year, over a year actually, geez, of uploading videos. Now, if you notice yourself all stressed out, you know, your game's tiring, but your friends are all showing up. That's good. That's good. But is that all you have there? Give yourself a break. Many people do. Many people give themselves a big break. Day by day, more and more people are checking out PAX Day. Yeah, I'm looking at animals. All the bunnies. Bing would not appreciate it. He's my bunny. Cats caught him. He survived. We have a lot of rabbits in our area. Right. Cookie, it's bedtime, kiddo. It's bedtime, Cookie. Well, all right, guys. Just adjust myself for a picture. The thumbnail. And I don't know. Look at the world around us. Oh, I got the tree on this one. Yeah. The fire in front really doesn't do it. Alright. Ooh, I don't want that one. At the end of every episode, take a picture. Alright, everyone. As I always say, may the Lord bless you. And Lord bless you. Keep your sticks on the ice. And if the Lord is willing, see you tomorrow at 7 a.m. Alaska time. Take it easy.